Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be ranking our top 5 caving creatures in Ark Survival Ascended. Woo! At number 5, so let's get into it. At number 5 we have the Dimorphodons. I know it might sound like a weird pick, but hear me out. They are some of the most fun creatures to do it with. Get you a good pack of them. And they're one of the best dinos to do the ice cave because you can't get dismounted from them. Just to show you how good they are, we got a Sabronto right here. And we're going to set the Dimorphodons onto them. And just watch how, this is like a level 100 and something Dimorphodon. And just look how fast that they will kill him. These have no levels put into them whatsoever. They weren't breeded. They're just Dimorphodons. If you get you a good pack of them, they can shred stuff. No levels or anything. They will be able to shred through dinos. It's a super fun way to do it. Highly recommend trying it out. That is our number 5 pick. So let's get into number 4. Okay, at number 4, we have the Direwolf. Direwolves, of course, are very strong. You can't have any saddles on them, which does make them weaker in the defense department, but they do hit extremely hard. This, of course, no levels into it, and it can still shred stuff, especially if you run them into a pack. If you run a pack of 3 or something into the cave, they will get their boost in stats. They hit harder. It's very useful to do it with. And that you can absolutely do pretty much almost every cave with them. Not the water caves, of course. I mean, you could try if you wanted to. I would absolutely not recommend that. But you can try it if you want to. So that is our number 4 pick. And at number 3, we have, of course, the Basilosaurus, which is one of my favorite creatures to fight in the water with. Here we go, we'll fight this Megalodon real quick with him. The best thing about the Basilo is, of course, the fact that he can't be knocked off or stunned by jellyfish and eels. That's the most annoying and difficult part of the caves, and he's straight up just immune to it. It makes them a lot easier. He's relatively tanky. You'd have the issue with he can't go too low into the water, but that doesn't really matter with the caves anyways. So if you're going to do the water caves and you want to use a water tame, well, you have to use a water tame. Of course, I absolutely recommend the Basilosaurus to do that with. So that is our number 3 pick for caves. Our number 1 pick for water caves, probably. Let's get into our number 2. And at number 2, we have the Saber. No one who watches my videos needs introduction to this one. Y'all know I love my Sabers. In my opinion, they are a better version of the Direwolves. They hit hard, they look super cool, and the best part about them is, look how hard that's hitting. Like, come on now, 306 damage attack, easy mode. And the best part about them is they can have saddles. That's the part that makes them better than Direwolves, in my opinion. Tanking it may take you a little bit longer to kill something with the Saber, but you're going to live longer. The saddle is so important. Just here, let me show you how important a saddle is. Okay? Oh, well, wait, I can't because I'll get dismounted. Just it is very important. And so far in Ark Ascended, it could just be me. I have gotten absolute piles of Saber saddles. This isn't even my best Saber saddle. It is just one that I've gotten. I've gotten absolute tons of them. So, absolutely try Saber. It is one of my favorite dinos, especially for land. Just running around, it is probably one of my favorite dinos. But, look, boom. Just straight up kills Carnos. Very useful for caves. If you watch some of my caving videos, you've seen I don't really struggle at all with the Sabers unless I fall into lava. Then we struggle a little bit. But the caves do the jobs fine. We did do the cave in the ice cave with the Saber. It is difficult to get through that ice cave on any mount, which is why Dimorphodons are probably the best for doing that cave. which is really that cave is the only reason I put Dimorphodons on this list, because they are the easiest to do it with, in my opinion. But this is our number 2 pick for caving dinos, just because of the saddle, and the direwolf doesn't have the saddle. So that is our number 2. Let's get into our number 1 pick. In my official number 1 pick for dinos to do caves with is the Baryonyx. Let's be honest, it's not a surprise. I think there is a couple of caves he cannot fit into. You can't do every cave with just one dino. You're going to need a few. But if there was a dino you could try to do every cave with, it would be the Baryonyx. Because he hits hard on land. Look, just runs around. He's pretty fast. Has some good health. Of course, no levels into him. But that isn't what makes the Baryonyx such a great caving dino. Because, of course, sabers and direwolves also hit hard on land. What makes him such a good caving dino is the fact that with one good Baryonyx, you can do the water caves too. He spins his tail and stuns everything around him, and he hits hard in water. He has no oxygen stat either, which just makes it great. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yes, it is so good. He is not immune to the jellyfish, however. So what I recommend doing on the Baryonyx, if you're doing the water caves, is to literally just kill the jellyfish and eels with a crossbow or a harpoon, and then go in with your jellyfish. But some of the caves that have some water in it and land, Baryonyx, absolutely, no doubt, and you can use him absolutely for the water caves. He is, in my opinion, the best overall dino for caves. He automatically beats the saber, and he automatically beats everything on this list just because he can do every cave and the other ones can't. Right? Can't bring dimorphs into water caves. Can't do it with direwolves or sabers. I do think there are a couple caves that the Baryonyx cannot fit into. I would have to check to make sure. Of course, if you're using Cryopod mod, which I do, he can fit into all of them, I'm pretty sure. But especially if you're still playing Ark Survival Evolved, you can still use the Baryonyx in most caves, I think, because you can just cryopod him into the cave if you need to. I think there's only 2 caves I think he won't fit into on the island. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember exactly, because I have not been able to get a good Baryonyx on Ark Ascended yet. But it's the same as it was in Ark Survival Evolved, pretty much. So, he is my number 1 pick. We got Dimorph at 5, Direwolf at 4, Basilosaurus at 3, Saber at 2, and Baryonyx at 1. These are my 5 favorite dinos for caving. I highly recommend using them, and they're some of the best you can use. I'm sure there's some I'm not thinking about that might be just as good as these, maybe better. The Sarco, I think, is a really good new dino to try. He does the same thing as the Baryonyx. I just feel the Baryonyx is better, in my opinion. So, if you disagree or agree, please leave your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear it out. And please leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the year. See, look, we even take out the Ares. It's easy with the Baryonyx. I'm Haim, and thank you all for watching. Goodbye.